ITW, the show that's going to help you enhance instruction through innovation. Aubrey and David Casavecchi here with another episode of ITW.
Yeah, I'm excited about this episode, but first, Aubrey, I've been meaning to ask you this. I'm kind of nervous. Okay? Will you be my flower girl? I think you're kind of coming down the aisle, throwing down flowers.
Everybody has just. Okay. I mean, that's a good one. You got. Okay. That's okay. Stay tuned next week. I'll be back with another one. But the season's changing. We're going from summer to fall. So yes. At ITW, we're going to try something a little different. We have a two-part series that we're going to be doing this time with videos in the classroom. We're going to be focused on 1 week. Today, we're going to be focusing on teachers' use of video in the classroom. The next week, we're going to be focused on student creating videos in the classroom. So we have some really interesting thoughts, some really good strategies to share with you. So make sure you stay with us for these next two editions of ITW. So David, did you ever see after 9/11 when President Bush walked out into Yankee Stadium and threw the first pitch after everything that this nation had gone through 9/11, through all the turmoil, the terrorism?
Yeah.
He went out in that to the Yankee Stadium in the middle of the playoffs and threw out the first pitch at Yankee Stadium. The crowd went crazy. It was an awesome experience.
I bet.
For tonight's ceremonial first pitch, and please welcome the President of the United States. Mr. President.
All right, now we just showed that experience. Think about how different that is. First of all, we kind of talked about it and explained it, but we just got a chance to watch a little bit of it. Think about how different it is to be able to see the crowd roar, to see the emotion that they were going through, to see how much it impacted everybody in that stadium, not even including them, the people who are watching on TV.
Kind of give me chills.
Yes, just really watching that video has such a different effect than just hearing about it. And that's what video does. It creates that experience for the viewer. That's one of the great things that we think video can do for a classroom. It gives that students that experience. It gives them the ability to relate to what's going on. They can now see it. They can now see the emotions. They can feel it, and they can carry that with them, and it's a part of the learning process.
You're absolutely right. Videos are a great resource for teachers to use in a ton of different ways. And one thing you want to keep in mind when you use videos in the classroom is, number one, you don't want them to be too long. You don't want to have a video that runs an hour long, something that you just kind of put up there because maybe you don't have anything else to do, or you didn't plan properly, or something happened. But you want to use them strategically in your lesson. You want them to be a part of your lesson, but you also want to have other resources that you use in cooperation with any video.
And another thing that we have found, and this is what the data has shown us, that students tend to retain the information a lot. Well, they retain more information, they retain it faster, and they gain a little bit more of an enthusiasm about the information because they can now relate to it, they can now see it, they get that feeling. So now it makes it easier for them to understand and use to further a concept that they're learning.
It's a great way to really bring in those students who are auditory and visual learners inside your classroom. I want to give you some best practices for incorporating videos in the classroom, and the first one is global recognition. Being able to have the students go on a field trip maybe that they otherwise wouldn't have gone on. Maybe you want to go to the, pyramids of Egypt, okay? The students, the chance of them going on that trip is slim to none, so you can actually take a field trip by video to those pyramids. Also, you can do maybe like a guest speaker. Have someone come into your classroom,
Yes.
or a video of them talking about a particular topic, and you can show kids that. But it's a great way to make your classroom a global classroom.
Right, I like that. Those are all great examples. You can also do something as simple as disrupting the video. You don't want, as David mentioned before, you don't want to show a long video and let that video run for the entire class. You want to be able to break that video up a little bit, piece by piece, in the middle of the video, so that students can just do a variety of different things. They can make predictions about what they think is going to happen next. They can summarize what they saw. They can do all sorts of things, analyze things. They can elaborate a little bit more on what they see. Can they relate to what the video is showing them? Is there any way that they can make a connection to that based off what they're currently experiencing? So there's a lot of things that you can do with that, but disrupting the video is one of the key tools, or one of the key strategies that you can use whenever you're working with videos.
That's a great way, and that kind of leads us into the next one. Is I've heard a lot of science teachers talking about not having money or not having time to do experiments in class. So a lot of you science teachers out there, you could use videos as a way to show your kids an actual experiment. You can tie in what you just said about disrupting the video. You can actually, when you're watching an experiment, you can actually disrupt that video and explain each part of the video to the students and making sure they're understanding it.
Mm-hmm. Also, flipping your classroom. A lot of us are looking at blended learning strategies. Some of you guys are flipping your classrooms already. Video obviously is going to be a part of that. So now, as a teacher, you can make these videos and for your students. And there's all sorts of little things that you can do to make your video more engaging. You can add little sounds, put words across the screen, add music to it. But those are just little small things that you can do. But obviously, as a part of the classroom, you're going to have to make some videos. But that is something that at least now provides more time for you in the classroom because they've watched the video at home. So Flip Classroom is another place where you're going to want to use videos for that.
Yep. Also, personalization. Videos are a great way to personalize the learning experience for the students. And that could be, something they may be doing group work, where you have a station where students who don't understand certain concepts in your class, they go and watch a short video that you made for them, or you found for them, and they can watch that video in a group or as station work. Another thing that I actually saw online was they actually personalized, an instructor was breaking down an essay for a student.
Oh, okay.
And was really getting in and digging in. English is my weakness. The class English, I know the language.
Yeah.
But was really breaking down and just
Annotate,
yes. That was what I was looking for.
English again.
Yes, yeah. I struggle with it anyways. So annotating that, and they use that video to show the student the different mistakes or recommendations that the teacher wanted to make. So videos are a great way to personalize the experience.
Right, and the last thing is we've done. You can use it for absences.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever, as a teacher, have you ever been gone for a day and then your students come back and say, "Well, the sub never told us this. We didn't know that. We didn't think we had to turn this in on that day." You can make a short video. Even we talked about Canvas early in the year. In Canvas, you can record right from Canvas right there. There's a record or upload media option where you can record directly from your device, and you can make a video and make it available to your students and put it on a page or a module or whatever. But having that video available to your students so that when you're gone, particularly maybe if you're going to be gone for a couple of days, you're going to be gone for multiple days, you can make a video so that the expectations for what's going to happen while you're gone are very clear to your students. So these are all just some different strategies that you can use as you incorporate videos into the classroom. You just have to pick one and see which works best in your class. All right, that's going to do it for this week's edition of ITW. Make sure you stay tuned next week as we're going to hit our second part of this series of videos in the classroom, where we're going to talk about student creating videos while they're in the classroom. So make sure you check that one out. Today we focus on teachers, and next week focus is all on the students. Don't forget to check out our CLN blog. We have our blog post where we extend the conversation for what we do here on ITW, or maybe even after the week. But we have some really interesting posts. We have some guest posts that have been submitting stuff in. Thank you to everyone who has been a part of our blog posting. But make sure you check it out. We have some really interesting thoughts from the people around CMS. Also, make sure you send in your submissions for your Innovative Teacher of the Month. We continue to get those in. We thank everyone. And the tough part is we've gotten some really good submissions.
We have.
And it's tough to pick. So I want to make it clear, let everyone know that if you submitted someone this month, we're going to roll them over throughout the year, so you don't have to resubmit them all the time, because we have some really deserving people who may not get it this month, but just hold on, because you might get it another month. So you don't have to resubmit everyone, but please continue to submit any new teachers that you have that are doing some really innovative things in the classroom.
Yeah. Once again, you guys can hit us up on Twitter. Our handle is @CMS2TheCore, or you can shoot either one of us an email at our CMS Learns email address. Thanks again for tuning in, and make sure you guys check us out next week for ITW.